Thank you, Muraho. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Very happy to have you at the cultural village.
Thank you.
As you see, all of us, we are very happy to have you at the cultural village.
Thank you.
My name is Jane.
Okay,
I'm
Jane.
going to be your guide.
Nikhil.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Very pleasure to have you. How is it?
Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Non-Stop Nikhil. I am somewhere outside, like this. So I'm at the Gorilla Guardians village, where there are all this community of people who used to be poachers in the Volcano National Park, poaching where they're now guerrilla tourism. But this whole community, instead of being poachers now, they've been brought to work in the tourist industry, and one of the such attractions is exactly this. It's this village where we get to come and visit and do all the manual labor and the tough work that people would normally do as part of their traditional lives here in the highlands at the foothills of the volcanoes in Rwanda. So I am grinding sorghum, I believe sorghum, right? Grinding sorghum here.
Yes.
And then I grinded the sorghum. I shot a bow and arrow and did kind of not great at it. But yeah, it's not bad at all. And then you take this, you make bread, and you eat.
Porridge. And
Porridge.
We do as yeast.
Yeast.
To ferment banana beer.
Okay, I see. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane.
So as I was saying, this morning I woke up and took a bus ride and then took another motorcycle taxi and made it here to Gorilla Guardians village, which is home to a community of people who used to work as poachers at the foothills of the volcano, where we now have all the guerrilla tourism. But instead of doing that, they now have an active way to benefit their own community and also benefit people like me who are here to learn more about the lifestyles of the indigenous people of this area.
And about traditional here, before having pharmacies or hospitals, we have an old man or women who know how to treat some disease using our natural herbs. And it's a heritage from her grandparents. And this one is a meat plant for pneumonia. We heat it on the fire. When it becomes a worm, we make a small cut and then we rub on it. Nasturtium, it's a good for headache, coughing, sneezing, malaria, and we do as a salad. Sage and rosemary, it's a good for the back pain. We heat it and then you rub it on. Aloe vera, it's a good for the sunburns. When we mix it out with honey, it's a good for stomach worms. Bitter apple, it's a good for arthritis. We heat it and then we make a small pieces, you rub on.
Do people still use
Yes.
even today?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay, you can find a traditional doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before also we fetch herb for medicine in the forest. So now we are conservationists, we grow it.
So when you're here, you get a nice welcome. And you also get to tour and see different huts containing the different aspects of traditional life here. You get to see the sorghum flour making like I just did. You get to learn a bit more about the history, about how the map of Rwanda has changed. You get to see blacksmithing. You get to learn about how to make banana beer, which, like, you know, if you know, like, I like do not do fruit, but like I will try this banana beer, which tastes a little bit more like wine than beer. And we learned about traditional medicine, which is still in use. And here, these are all traditional plants that are found in the environment surrounding the village. This village also works on conservation efforts in order to make sure that these plants are more easily accessible, and you don't actually have to go hunt for them in the forest anymore, right? You can grow them in your garden.
Yes.
Yeah, you grow all the traditional medicines in your garden, and then you can probably sell them for medicine.
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Traditional one, in purpose of showing you how we used to live before, and for showing our future generation, it's just for keeping our tradition
Alive. Yeah.
And you see the names on the wall. It's not the name of the owner. It's the name of all national and international
I
conservationists.
see. Jane Goodall.
Jane Goodall, she worked with chimpanzee in the national park. To see the Anafose, she's considered as the mother of the mountain gorillas.
So what did Diane Fossey do?
She's American women who come with the first idea for conserving mountain gorillas.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
You see her name everywhere here. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And this is the copy of the King's Palace. And you see we have white and red, same circle. It's a Kakote guard, the enter, and the white side was the exit way.
Yeah.
And
This is very similar to the one in Nyanza, right?
yeah.
So apparently I'm the king and I get to enter the replica of my palace. This is very, very similar to almost pretty much exactly like the one that we saw in Nyanza, which was also a replica of the king's palace. However, here I get to film, so I'm at least able to show you exactly what that looks like, even if I didn't get to show you earlier. Yeah, in Nyanza you had to take your shoes off as a sign of respect, but here you can walk in with your shoes because it's too cold. Muraho. Guess I get to don my robes. What's the name of this garment?
Umushanana.
Umushanana.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lower garment and then an upper garment. Yeah. So it's basically like a skirt with a toga or like sari type of top, and you're adorned with this animal hide. It looks like leopard.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then you've got the leopard pelt on top.
And it's a crown. It was
It's a crown.
made out of lion hair.
Lion hair.
Yes, as we know, lion is the king of all jungles. It shows your power, king's power.
But here it's actually pretty chilly. You're in the highlands, right at the base of the volcano. And so pretty much everyone's wearing jackets or coats of some sort. And I should have done the same because it's actually getting a bit chilly. But hey, I've got multiple layers on now. I've got a leopard pelt and I've got a lion hair crown. So
kariwe wabyaye cyabatatu habyara amagera byara nampamira habyara na rwego rw'abagabo hayima wegure munda kwa gashanga kataruha munda kwa gashanga kataruha onanyira makuba yararusha kariwe wabyaye ntarezwe.
still in the king's palace, or the replica of the king's palace, and taking off my umushanana, taking off my umushanana back into regular peasant Nikhil clothes. We're gonna see a reenactment of a traditional wedding at this moment.
And you see the stretcher, we use that one as limousine.
Oh yeah.
Long time ago, we don't have car, no any kind of transportation. We had it only that one.
Yeah.
And you see the men carrying 2 pots of beer, banana beer. And you see the basket should be the gift, the presents for the bride and the groom. the one with soga.
So this traditional wedding contains all the elements that you're used to in a Bollywood movie. There's an arranged marriage between the bride and the groom who don't know each other. There's a dowry, there's negotiations over said dowry, and then the bride is brought on this palanquin to her husband's home, carried by the men around her. Looks very, very familiar. But this cultural village is all about reformed poachers, as they call them, which I guess at one point, I guess if the population isn't that high, poaching can be sustainable. However, with the growth of tourism, with the growth of the human population surrounding the natural environment of these mountain gorillas, that just was not becoming sustainable anymore. And so the Rwandan government says that they're at 0% poachers due to community projects such as this one, which gives them a new source of earning livelihood, either be it through directly engaging with the tourist industry here, or by indirectly engaging with it by promoting their own traditional handicrafts, their own arts, their own ways of life, which then they can sell to tourists who come to visit, because it's honestly, for people like me, it's that preservation and showing that there's an effort towards that preservation and that everything doesn't seem fake or performative or inauthentic that really will draw tourists, especially those hashtag visit Rwanda tourists that the government wants so much. If you're on this road, you will just see one after another, about a dozen like very expensive mountain gorilla lodges, which probably cost a good couple $100 a night. So that's the kind of tourism that they want to attract. It completely makes sense, and you might be surprised why I am here, because I'm definitely not one of those wealthy tourists. But I'm here because it completely makes sense. Like, you want to maintain your culture and your ways of life, which are under threat due to just the growth of the human population, globalization, the impact of building these beautiful roads and this beautiful infrastructure, which Rwanda is so well known for. That means you're going to have to give something up, and giving something up means that these people who are traditionally living in the foothills of the volcanoes where the gorillas now live no longer have that as their home anymore, and so they live here now, more accessible to the tourist population. But this is still one way which they can maintain their culture, and so it's worth paying for. It's worth getting a glimpse into. And it's not that what they're practicing is completely alien to what you see in daily life. You completely see the clothing that they're wearing in daily life. You see mention of a lot of the traditions that we saw in that cultural village in daily life, just when you're like walking through even modern day Ruhengeri. So I don't believe it's inauthentic at all, and it supports a good mission, so why not go visit? However, if you are interested in visiting, you can visit through public transportation, even like we just did, by taking the bus from Musanze, Ruhengeri to Kaniji, which is like the nearest village, and then you can get off there from the bus, and then you can take a motorcycle straight up to the gates of the cultural village. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you have the time, sure, come visit, why not? Is it a must-do thing? I don't think so. Is it worth the price? It was $35 to enter, and I don't think it's worth the price, but the thing is that there's so much built into that price, like just like with a lot of the things here in Rwanda as opposed to the other countries. You're not only paying for the experience that you get, but you're also paying for the government to support all of its other side projects, which have made that one project which you're actually experiencing possible. So whether it's resettling people from being poachers to having an income in another part of the area, or building schools for them, building residences for them, that's all also part and parcel of what you're paying for with the $35. And hey, it's all part of having an authoritarian government. If you have an authoritarian government, you can do what you want, have it be 100% beautiful on paper. You can execute any of the programs you want without an opposition government saying no to you. So that's why Rwanda is Rwanda. That's why you've got the roads. That's why you've got the tourist infrastructure. That's why you've got it all here, because no one's gonna say no. I didn't even get to tell you my agenda for today, but the agenda is, as I mentioned yesterday, to chill out in Musanze in Ruhengeri today, and then in the evening at around 5 o'clock I've got my bus, my overnight bus to Kampala, the capital of Uganda, and that should take about 12 hours. So I'm just gonna chill. We've got our motorcycle taxi here, so I'm gonna get on and head back to the village, and then we can grab our bus back. I was saying all I'm gonna do today is head back to Musanze. I've already checked out of my hotel, so I can just chill and maybe just go get lunch somewhere. It's only about 11 a.m. right now. I don't have to be back at the bus station until 4:30 for my 5 p.m. overnight bus to the capital of Uganda, Kampala. I'm really hoping that's going to be a comfortable ride, because 12 hours does not seem like a fun time to be on an uncomfortable bus. I do already know that the bus is going to be making some stops, so I'm going to set my expectations a bit lower than I normally would. Hello everyone. So after that whole experience, I'm back in Musanze or Ruhengeri, just getting something really comfortable for lunch, because I've got some time to spend before I have to leave for my next bus ride, and I don't really want to go back to the hotel because I don't have a room. I could just go back right after lunch and just chill with the dog, which I think that's probably what's going to happen. Get lunch here, maybe check out a nice coffee shop that I passed by, and then go chill with the dog until I have to leave for my bus. But I just want to be comfortable now, because I've got another like 12 plus hour bus ride ahead of me, and I don't really even know how that whole like border crossing is going to go. I'm sure it won't be the worst one I've dealt with so far. Nothing can be as bad as that corruption in Gambia. So it should be pretty sane, I'm hoping. But right now I just ordered myself a make your own pizza. I got a chocolate milkshake because I'm indulging right now. And yeah, hopefully we can go back, chill, walk around, go meet my dog again that I've adopted during my time here in Musanze, and then head back to the bus station, and everything will be easy for an arrival tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. in Kampala. It's 4 p.m. right now, so that means I'm going to start heading out to the bus station soon. My bus is supposed to leave at 5 p.m., but who really knows, because it's not originating from here in Ruhengeri. It's originating from where we were a couple days ago in Gisenyi, so who really knows when it will get here. But they say 5 o'clock, so I'm going to be there at 5 o'clock. Actually, I'm going to be there earlier. At 4:30 is when they said that I should wait at the bus station at their office. So the bus that I'm taking is the Jaguar Express. I don't really know, Jaguar Coaches, whatever it's called. It's Jaguar something. But overall, I doubt I'll be able to vlog a lot during this period with just everything that you've seen with the police and everything here in Rwanda. And just a lot of people being on the buses will get suspicious. So chances are this is going to be the last that you will see from me until tomorrow morning when I arrive in Kampala, hopefully. But altogether, I hope you really enjoyed this little segment of my overland trip in East Africa between traveling through Rwanda and getting to see its capital city, but also some of the smaller cities all through the country. So if you're not going to spend thousands of dollars to go chase gorillas, there's still so much else to do, and I hope I showed you how you can do it, especially using a lot of the public transportation options here in Rwanda, because they are plentiful, timely, and relatively comfortable when compared to the other places we've been so far. But with that, I will say goodbye and wish you all a good night. Wish myself a very good night, because it's going to be on the road in a bus, and it's the first time I've done this international overnight bus journey. So wish me luck, everyone. With that, take care. Good night. Bye.